Do you know what today is? Mystery Box Challenge Day. I'm super excited to see what my person sent me, and I can't wait to have you guys go along the journey of me opening the box. So let's get started.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion.
I'm a little bit nervous when I do these mystery boxes because I'm like, what if I can't make anything with it in the box? But then I open the box and then I think, oh, what was I worried about? I always don't want to be that awkward person in the mystery box challenge that can't do the DIYs with her stuff. Anyway, Connie had my name, and so I'm excited to see what's in here. She did send me a card. So let's see. Oh, it's super cute. I think you guys see that. She made it. And I love bees. All right, let's get into the box. All right, so we have some mystery box items here that are wrapped, and these are the ones that I absolutely have to use in my DIYs. We're gonna open those last. I will just set those aside and we'll see what else she has in the box for me. So we have part of a pool noodle, and this was crafting with your stash. So this was all things that she had around her house. So you have this little pool noodle. So we have some braided cords. Some pom-poms. I love pom-poms. I use pom-poms a lot, or I have in a lot of videos. I'll post one up here. A couple of these little wood squares, about 3 of them. A wood heart. A canvas. Oh, there's 3 of them. 3 canvases. A arrow from a Tiki Time sign. I haven't done anything with arrows. A little bag. And a stencil of a bicycle. All right, so let's get to the mystery box challenge items, or the ones that I actually have to use in my DIYs. These were some good supplies. I'm excited. Definitely, I don't have any of those things in my current stash, so that's fun. All right, so mystery item number 1. Is an oven mitt. I don't know, guys. That's challenging. I'll have to really think about what to use for the oven mitt. I don't know. I hope I'm not that person who ends up not having DIYs. Anyway, I'll do it. I can do it. All right, number 2. Oof, I don't know. I'm scared. A spoon. A spoon. Okay. And mystery item number 3. I see a theme going here. Let's see if number 3 matches. Uh-oh, Mr. Kitty's coming. He might join us. Oh. Beaded fringe. That is my other mystery item. All right, I've got to do a little bit of thinking, and then I'll be ready to share with you. So stick around so you can see what I made with these items that Connie sent me. Today's video is part of the Shop My Stash Mystery Box Challenge. We will be sending each other a mystery box full of items from our craft stash. To see who I sent my box to, go ahead and check out my description box, and there will be a link down there, as well as a link to the other playlist of ladies who are also participating. So you won't want to miss out all the really fun, creative projects that people created with things from another person's stash. For this project, we're going to be creating a reindeer, so we're going to be using a round wood sign from the Dollar Tree, along with this heart sign that Connie sent in the mystery box, and the pot holder, which was a required item in the mystery box. So I took both signs outside and I painted them with some brown Rust-Oleum spray paint, and then I'm going to take some red acrylic paint, and I'm going to cover the heart with the red acrylic paint. So I'm trying to make this a primitive reindeer. So to get that primitive look, you want to have a more rusty color of red, and so that's why I painted it with the brown paint first and then went over it with only one coat of the acrylic paint. I did go ahead and cover the round sign as well with some lighter shades of brown just to give it a little bit more dimension as far as the sign went. So once I get all of the paint covered on both of the signs, then I went ahead and used some copy paper and I cut out some reindeer antlers. I just created those on my own by looking up a picture and kind of freehanding what I thought they might look like. I cut the pot holder in half, and then I'm tracing the antler pattern onto the back side of the pot holder that did not have the words. Once I get that all traced on there, I go ahead and cut it out, and then I have two pieces of the reindeer antlers. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble the project. So I take the heart and I'm going to turn it upside down because this is going to be the reindeer's nose, and I'm going to glue it here to the front of the wood round. Once I get that glued on, I'm ready to attach my antlers to the back. I go ahead and flip the sign over, and then I'm going to glue them to the top, kind of where the circle to hang it is. That was kind of the guide of where I decided to put my antlers. I go ahead and glue them on with hot glue, and then I go ahead and take a paper straw and I glue a paper straw down the center of the back so that they have something to stand up with, and that works beautifully. I'm ready to attach my bow to the front of our super cute reindeer, and I'm using some Dollar Tree ribbon. This is just some that I had left over in my stash, but I'm pretty sure I saw the same ribbon out this year. Then I had a whole bunch of extra ribbon from last year that was just stuck in a baggie. So that's a tip: save your ribbon pieces, your scraps, because you can make these super fun scrappy bows, and you can use all of your excess ribbon and then it doesn't go to waste. So I like to tie mine off with twine. I tried to use this like Christmassy twine. It's red and white. It comes from the Dollar Tree. Didn't super love the middle of it, but it does go with the project. So I go ahead, tie it off, and then I'm going to dovetail the ends of all the ribbons on both sides to give it our high-end look. Once I have all the ribbons dovetailed, I've fluffed out my ribbon bow to give it more dimension on both sides, and you can see more of all the different ribbons. And then I'm going to add a little bit of embellishments to the middle of the bow. So I decided to go with some greenery. This is just some pieces I had in my stash, but a really good tip here would be to pick up one of those wreath garland things that they have at the Dollar Tree. You can cut it into pieces and use it as little pieces of greenery in any kind of project. So then I had these flat wooden beads that I got at Amazon, and I'll link those down in the description box, but I just covered them with a little bit of black acrylic paint and water. It was kind of a mixture, and then I let that dry, and I'm using those as the eyes. And the last part of this project, I went ahead and decided to take that silver metal loves piece that was in the heart sign. I'm going to glue it here, add a little bow, and then this project is complete.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing.
What did you think of this beauty? I think she's adorable, kind of whimsical, kind of farmhouse. I think she turned out incredibly cute, and who would know her antlers were made out of pot holders. If you love it, hit the like button, and let's jump back in and see what else I made for today's mystery box challenge. So for this project, Connie had put in these 3 pieces of wood into the box, and so I decided it would be fun to make some Christmas ornaments out of these. I'm just taking my antique Waverly wax, and I'm going to cover all 3 pieces with the wax on both sides. So I had these gift tags in my stash, and I thought that they would make super cute ornaments. So I'm just going to glue one of each of the tags to the front of each one of these wood blocks. I'm using hot glue here, but a glue stick would also work just fine. I use glue sticks all the time on my wood projects, and they come out beautifully. So I had this polka dotted brown and red, more a primitive style Christmas ribbon in my stash, and so I'm just going to make one of those crossover bows. I actually make 3 of them. I'm going to glue one at each top of the gift tag where the hole is to cover up the hole, and then I'm going to use those wood beads again that I used in the reindeer for the eyes, only this time I'm not going to paint them. I'm going to leave them the natural wood color, and I'm going to glue those to the middle of this bow. These were super easy and I really loved how they turned out. They're super cute and definitely farmhouse. So once I get these little wood things glued into wood things, they're wood beads, like half wood beads, into the middle of the bows, then I go ahead and flip them over. I just use some twine to make a hanger in the back, and then these are complete.
We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family.
This project we're going to use the last 2 required items, which was the blue beaded fringe and the spoon. I went ahead and I went outside and I spray painted half of the spoon with some white spray paint. I decided this really wasn't a necessary step because I'm using elephant chalk paint to paint the spoon, and in the parts that didn't get covered with the spray paint, it covers it just fine with the chalk paint. So I cover the whole spoon to make it look more like silverware, and then I'm using one of these signs from the Dollar Tree from the summer that's like the mug sign. Now I do have some plaid covering on it. I don't like the way that that looks, so I'm going to take it off here in a second, but I'm going to glue the spoon to the top here, and then I'm using some caulking from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cover the whole spoon piece with the caulking along the top of this mug sign. So we're going for a whipped cream look here. We're going to be making a hot cocoa mug, and so I just cover it as much as I would like around the entire top. Because I decided to go ahead and remove this plaid piece that I didn't like, I probably should have waited to get rid of the excess caulking, because I do have to like cover up a couple places, and so I kind of had to move it around, but you can't tell, and I think it still turns out really, really cute. So once I have that whole top piece covered, I took those fringe beads and I had spray painted them with my brown Rust-Oleum spray paint to make them kind of look like cinnamon, and then I'm cutting little pieces off and attaching it into the caulking. Then it looks like we have sprinkled cinnamon into our hot cocoa. Once I have that part all completed, like I said, I took off the plaid. I really just hated it. So then I'm going to cover this whole wood sign. I sanded it, got rid of the glue that was on there, and I'm using my green Waverly chalk paint to go ahead and cover the entire mug part of the sign. So I do get a little bit of paint in my caulking. All I do, it's still somewhat wet. I just kind of fold it over and move some of the pieces around, and you can't tell at all. So if you are crafting with it and you make a mistake, it's really easy to continue to work with it. So I'm going to cover this whole sign. I'm using a sponge brush from the Dollar Tree, one of those circular ones. It works really good to dab on. So once I have it all covered, I'm going to take a window cling from the Dollar Tree, and I really like this mug one, especially since we were making a hot cocoa mug. I'm just going to use some chalk paint and apply it, or chalk paint, some Mod Podge, and apply it to the back, and then I'm going to just stick it on to our mug here. I think this is a super cute window cling. I really loved this one from last year. Hopefully they bring it out again this year. So once I have it all attached to my sign, then I'm going to go ahead and make another messy bow, and I'm just using some more Christmas ribbon that I had in my stash. All this ribbon here was from the Dollar Tree. So this entire project was totally Dollar Tree made. So once I get the bow all assembled together, I did go ahead and dovetail the ends, and then I'm just going to glue it here to the top of the handle, and then this project is complete.
It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in
I hope you enjoyed the projects today. This mystery box challenge was a real hard challenge for me this time, but I'm happy and love the projects that I came up with. Let me know down in the comments what you would have created with the mystery items that I got today. Don't forget to hit the playlist so you can check out everybody's mystery box creations, and as always, wherever you are in your journey is a perfect place to start, and I will see you in my next video.
That's what we do.